The short one there, caught by Likely. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it, got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately, so he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. And Bateman, and he'll go in motion right here. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jackson now off the bootleg, rolling to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. You look at this Jaguar defense. They enter play 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's going to feel great for them.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Back deep for Jacksonville, the dangerous Jamal Agnew. This is fielded at the 27. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their 38.
30 left. 13 loop. Hey, kill.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Open man downfield is Ridley. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
It's early, but now it's a cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. In this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on. Because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 8.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up the 1st down with some nice running.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
To throw is Jackson. He finds the rookie, Zay Flowers. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Ravens.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. 0 hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. You look at this Jaguar defense. They enter play 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And that's been an Achilles heel for them all season long, being able to play against the run, being able to slow teams down. But it's not just that. When you give up big chunks of yardage in the...
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. That's Foley Fadukasi who got in there and finished off the play.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality. Lawrence hit and the ball is free. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's Jackson to throw. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't come in.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Gordon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll toss to Harris. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's another first down and what will be a gain of 21 yards. Whether it's the toss or the pitch, you get him the ball outside the tackles on the edge. He's a tough man to bring down.
He certainly is, and it makes people wonder on the other side of the ball. Do I really want to deal with him when he gets a full head of steam? At the same time, he's also congratulating his tackle, tight end, wide receiver on that side. They gave him access to the corner and allowed him to build up that head of steam.
And he's going to go down. They get to it back at the 40. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Hey, lion.
And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd. Now Lawrence to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. So on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Play action. It's Jackson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Fighting to stay upright. Now he'll escape to his left. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. He finds Bateman over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Jackson to Bateman there for the Baltimore first.
1st down, Ravens.
On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Dobbins fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Jackson. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Jackson now. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0.
Jaguars 0. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football, and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence.
Picked off by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. But looking deep here for Flowers.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the longer way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well. The offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Lawrence will throw. They'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. McManus's point after is good. And that'll cut it to 3 and 10-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. That's going deep for Bateman. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
There he goes, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start. At the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
He'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Now a first down carry for Harris. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Lawrence. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Lawrence. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Trenton Simpson, well, he just flew in there to drop him. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down.
Hey, kill.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time.
For the Jaguars field goal. A 58-yard attempt.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of looking behind it, and they will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive in the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
On the return, Devin Duvernay. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Devin Duvernay. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Ravens. Tucker now for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10.
Ravens 17. Jaguars 10. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. 76 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Hey, Lion!
Now Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second and a couple. He gets it complete to Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
11. Here we go.
Back to throw. Lawrence. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown, Jaguars. Najee Harris, 55 yards. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from drawing level. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. To throw is Jackson. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Jackson to Andrews on that one. 1st down, Baltimore. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And they're going to speed things up here. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
Oh, that would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
Forced out to his left. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a 1st down, and he gives himself up there at the end. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And out of bounds right around the 20. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jags are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
At the 30-yard line.
30 left. 13 loop. Loop. Take right open. Open. Here we go.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Call it a loss of 5. A big sack to bring up 3rd down. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Go, go. On the ball, on the ball.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 26-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the 1st down with his legs instead.
That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On play action, Lawrence. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 30 before being taken down. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
11, Agate.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to get it back here just past the 35.
1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Now it's Jackson. That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
1st down, Baltimore.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. his throw here's incomplete.
Intended for Marquand Harkins. Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Second and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. To the sideline and incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 25-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing now is Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson can really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. Now Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Jackson to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead is up to 14.
Next the score, Ravens 31, Jaguars 17.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence able to find Jones. And they will get the conversion on 4th down to stay alive, but time not an ally. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Lawrence. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
And they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Now I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of... And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. To throw again is Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Baltimore, the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story for them.
To the daylight, telling them all that yesterday's price is not the same price. Eating up wings for breakfast, I can tell you what it tastes like. Wake up and I see red, and I still don't got no brake lights. Yeah, feeling super fly. I look in the mirror, see ambition in my eyes. Got more than one formula, they love the way I drive. Yeah, I've been apprised, there's no need to be surprised. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Boy, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Yeah, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that, like that. Hey, never feeling the pressure, please not at all. I walk in when it's crunch time, leaves in the fall. Woman on me, only hit my name on a roll call. It's like there is no ground beneath my feet, I got no flaws. Still humble, but just don't get it confused. You know who I am, there's no need to introduce. I am one of one, they can't stand it, but it's true. Sicker than the average, ain't no challenge that's immune. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Baby, I'm a go-getter.